Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our extended special report, a comprehensive, in-depth investigation into one of the most scandalous legal dramas to hit the reality TV scene in recent memory. Tonight, we take you on a journey through the chaotic, tumultuous, and absolutely riveting saga of Vanderpump Rules star Tom Sandoval, who has reportedly been forced to beg a judge to excuse the errors he made while representing himself in a bitter legal battle with former fling Rachel Leviss, ***, buckle up as we peel back the layers of this sensational story, a story that has everything: high-stakes courtroom drama, frantic last-minute legal maneuvers, and explosive allegations that have sent shockwaves through the celebrity world. From allegations of eavesdropping and revenge porn to claims of invasion of privacy and intentional infliction of emotional distress, the case has grown into a legal minefield. And at the center of it all is Tom Sandoval, whose desperate plea to a Los Angeles Superior Court judge in order to avoid the consequences of missing an important deadline has left fans and critics alike in a state of disbelief. In the following pages, we will delve into every detail of this sprawling saga. We begin with the dramatic turn of events that led to Sandoval's self-representation, examine the timeline of his legal missteps, and explore the implications of his decision to forego professional legal counsel even for a brief 32-day period during which he was left to fend for himself. We'll hear from insiders, legal experts, and even take a look at the social media frenzy that erupted as soon as the news broke. This is the story of a man caught between fame, fortune, and the harsh reality of the legal system, a story that reminds us all that even reality TV's biggest stars are not immune to the consequences of their own mistakes. It all started when Tom Sandoval, already no stranger to controversy from his life on Vanderpump Rules, found himself embroiled in a legal battle with his former fling, Rachel Leviss. The dispute, which centers around allegations of eavesdropping, invasion of privacy, and the alleged recording of NSFW FaceTime videos without consent, has escalated into a full-blown courtroom drama. According to reports from In Touch, Rachel Leviss is suing not only Sandoval but also his former girlfriend, Ariana Madix, for claims including revenge porn, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. But it was Sandoval's own legal misadventures that have taken center stage in this scandal. After parting ways with his previous legal team in late 2024, Sandoval was forced to represent himself, a decision that would soon lead to a series of errors with dire consequences. For a span of 32 chaotic days, during which he desperately searched for a new attorney, Sandoval found himself adrift in the complexities of legal discovery procedures. In the midst of the holiday season and the stress of transitioning from professional representation to self-representation, he missed a crucial deadline. The deadline in question was for responding to a list of questions submitted by Rachel Leviss and her legal team, questions that were a critical part of the discovery process in this high-profile case. In his declaration, Sandoval explained that he was unaware of the potential legal repercussions of missing this deadline. On December 13, 2024, I was newly representing myself, actively searching for another attorney and mistakenly believed that I had missed the deadline to respond, he confessed. His frantic plea to the Los Angeles Superior Court judge was not merely a cry for help, it was a desperate attempt to escape the full brunt of the legal consequences that could have derailed his defense in this explosive litigation. Sandoval's attorney, Colin Hardacre, who took over representation after that tumultuous period, has since argued that his client's error was a result of genuine confusion and an unfamiliarity with discovery procedures. He did not understand what objections could be made, let alone that those objections would be waived by failing to serve timely responses, Hardacre stated in his motion. According to Hardacre, the 32-day gap during which Sandoval represented himself was a short, albeit chaotic, period, a time when he was juggling the pressures of the holiday season, the sudden void left by his former legal team, and the daunting task of managing his own defense in a case that is as complex as it is controversial. To fully grasp the magnitude of Sandoval's predicament, it is essential to reconstruct the timeline of events that led to his current legal crisis. In late 2024, amidst mounting public scrutiny and personal turmoil, Sandoval made the fateful decision to part ways with his legal team, Tara Karamians and Varun Gorjan of the Gorjan Law Group. Their departure left him in an unprecedented situation, For 32 days, he was on his own, representing himself in a legal battle that had far-reaching implications not only for his personal life but also for his burgeoning career in the public eye. During those fateful 32 days, Sandoval was forced to navigate the labyrinthine world of legal discovery without the guidance of seasoned attorneys. It was in this period of self-representation that he became aware, too late, of a critical deadline set by the court. The deadline required him to respond to a series of detailed questions submitted by Rachel Leviss and her legal team, questions that touched on every aspect of the case. Instead of a measured, strategic response, what ensued was a flurry of missed communications, unanswered emails, and a growing sense of panic as the deadline passed without any submission. According to his declaration, Sandoval had even reached out to Rachel's attorney, requesting a 30-day extension to put together responses that would adequately address the inquiries. However, his plea for an extension apparently fell on deaf ears. Rachel's attorney never responded to his email. This lack of communication further compounded the chaos, leaving Sandoval to confront the consequences of his missed deadline with a mix of desperation and regret. It is during this period of legal limbo that Sandoval reportedly began to plead with the judge, begging for leniency and understanding. His argument was simple yet poignant. As someone with no legal training, he was ill-equipped to navigate the intricate procedural rules that govern discovery. His errors, he claimed, were not the result of negligence or a disregard for the law but were born out of a genuine misunderstanding of the process, a misunderstanding that any layperson, let alone a reality TV star thrust into the legal arena, could easily make. While Tom Sandoval's missteps in court have captured headlines, they are but one piece of a much larger and more complex legal puzzle. The underlying case itself is a maelstrom of allegations and counterclaims that have been building for months. At the center of the litigation is a series of NSFW FaceTime videos allegedly recorded by Sandoval without the consent of Rachel Leviss that have become the subject of heated legal disputes. Sandoval, on his part, has not remained silent. On his popular podcast, Everybody Loves Tom, he leveled counterclaims against Rachel Leviss, alleging that her lawsuit was financially motivated and that she sought to manipulate the narrative to her advantage. One of the most explosive claims made by Sandoval on the podcast was that Rachel had offered to drop her lawsuit if he agreed to pin the blame for the scandal, the infamous Sandoval affair, on NBC Universal, the company behind Bravo. This allegation, if true, would add an entirely new dimension to the case, implicating corporate interests in what might otherwise be seen as a personal vendetta. In an effort to bring clarity to this multifaceted case, we reached out to an expert panel comprising legal analysts, entertainment industry veterans, and cultural commentators. Their insights offer a rare glimpse into the complexities of the case and the broader implications for celebrity legal battles. One legal expert noted, "Self-representation is fraught with peril, especially in cases as complex as this one." Tom Sandoval's situation is a textbook example of what can go wrong when an individual without proper legal training is forced to navigate discovery procedures and strict court deadlines. Another panelist, a veteran entertainment attorney, added, "The repercussions of missing a deadline in the discovery phase can be severe, but given the extenuating circumstances here, a 32-day gap during which Sandoval was effectively in limbo, I believe there is room for judicial discretion." A cultural commentator on the panel weighed in on the broader implications of the case. "This isn't just about one man's legal missteps," she asserted. "It's about how our society views accountability, especially when it comes to celebrities. The public expects perfection from these figures, yet they are human and prone to error. The legal system needs to balance strict procedural rules with the recognition that sometimes, mistakes are made under incredibly challenging circumstances." These expert opinions have sparked lively debates online and in legal circles alike. They underscore the complexity of Sandoval's situation and highlight the delicate balance that the court must strike between enforcing the law and acknowledging human fallibility. As the dust settles on this sensational legal saga, one of the most enduring questions is what can be learned from Tom Sandoval's experience. Legal scholars and industry experts alike are calling for reforms that could help prevent similar missteps in the future. There is a growing consensus that the current system is overly rigid, particularly when it comes to discovery deadlines and the requirements for self-represented litigants. Proposals for reform include clearer guidelines for non-attorneys, extended deadlines for self-representation cases, and even the possibility of providing state-sponsored legal assistance for those who find themselves unprepared for the rigors of courtroom procedures. While these proposals are still in the early stages of discussion, the hope is that Sandoval's case will serve as a catalyst for meaningful change, ensuring that others do not suffer the same fate simply because they lack the resources or training to navigate a complex legal system. For Tom Sandoval, the future remains uncertain. With his new attorney, Colin Hardacre, now in place, there is hope that the court will take his extenuating circumstances into account. However, the road to redemption is long and fraught with challenges. Every step of the process, every motion filed, and every deadline met will be scrutinized, not only by the court but by a public that is eager for every detail of this high-stakes drama. In wrapping up our extensive coverage of Tom Sandoval's legal crisis, a saga marked by missed deadlines, frantic pleas for leniency, and explosive allegations, it becomes clear that this case is about much more than one man's error in judgment. It is a story that touches on the very core of what it means to be a celebrity in today's hyper-connected world. It is a cautionary tale about the perils of self-representation, the harsh realities of the legal system, and the enormous pressures faced by those who live their lives under the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. As we continue to follow this case, one thing remains certain: the legacy of this scandal will be felt for years to come. Whether it leads to significant legal reforms or simply serves as another chapter in the storied history of reality TV scandals, Tom Sandoval's plight is a stark reminder that fame does not grant immunity from the consequences of one's actions. For now, the court's decision on whether to excuse Sandoval's errors hangs in the balance, a decision that will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications for his future and for the broader landscape of celebrity legal battles. As the story continues to unfold, we will be here to bring you every update, every revelation, and every twist in this extraordinary saga. Thank you for joining USOF, the most sensational legal dramas of our time. Stay tuned for further updates as we continue to follow every development in the case between Tom Sandoval and Rachel Leviss. In the meantime, keep your eyes on the headlines and your prayers for justice close at hand, because in the world of reality TV, the line between fame and infamy is as thin as it is volatile. This is your host, signing off from our special report on Tom Sandoval's desperate plea to the judge, a story that is as complex as it is compelling, as heartbreaking as it is scandalous. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, in the realm of celebrity and the law, every detail matters. Note: this extended report is part of our ongoing commitment to delivering comprehensive, sensational, and unfiltered coverage of the most explosive stories in entertainment and legal news. For more in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and real-time updates, be sure to follow our coverage across all platforms.